If you want to know how hard life in prison can be, you should definitely watch our picks for the best prison movies.
I know this is going to be hard to take, but Steve got them to accept the deal.
The following ranking focuses on movies that take place primarily in prison and deal with many problems prisoners can have inside their own society. We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. The Last Castle, 2001.
Since I've assumed command, there have been 0 escape attempts, 0 injury assaults, 0 fatalities. Some may question my methods, but they do work.
The Last Castle is an American action drama thriller directed by Rod Lurie and starring a stellar cast of Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, Mark Ruffalo, and Delroy Lindo. The 2001 thriller is set in the United States Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth and portrays the struggle between 1,200 inmates under a court-martialed general and a sadistic jail warden. The film was a box office success, receiving massive acclaim from critics.
My men and I are vastly outnumbered. We spend every day behind enemy lines. Because make no mistake about it, Mr. Irwin, they are the enemy. But I don't need to justify myself to you, do I?
I don't know. Do you?
Number 9. Brawl in Cell Block 99, 2017.
Do what I say or I'll kill him.
Starring Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Carpenter, Don Johnson, Udo Kier, and Tom Gurry, the 2017 criminal action drama was directed, written, and scored by S. Craig Zahler. The neo-noir revolves around the failing life of a hardworking man who turns to drug dealing after losing his job and then ends up in prison when a trade goes bad. In the prison battleground, he must right all his wrongs and choose between right and wrong.
Want to start some stuff?
I'm more of a finisher.
Loca en la cabeza.
That's right, I'm welcome. Now get the fuck out of my crazy way.
Number 8. American Me, 1992.
You know, a long time ago, 2 best homeboys, 2 kids, were thrown into juvie. They were scared.
American Me is a biographical crime drama released in 1992 that tracks the rise of power of the Mexican mafia in the California prison system between the 1950s and the 1980s. The movie is not only directed by Edward James Olmos, but also stars him in the leading role alongside William Forsythe and Sal Lopez. The plot takes us on a ride with an American-Mexican mafia lord that is released from prison only to fall in love for the first time and reevaluate his whole life.
Let me do it. Mi carnalito, that's not his thing. I mean, he's not no punk or nothing, but...
He's not talking to you, puppet.
Number 7. Shot Caller, 2017.
How do they know he's really snitching?
Doesn't matter. If we leave him breathing, they whack us.
Okay?
The 2017 released crime thriller, Shot Caller, is directed and written by Rick Roman Waugh, known for his gang and prison themes, and stars Nicolaj Coster-Waldau, Lake Bell, and John Bernthal. Jacob, an average citizen, is sent to prison for causing an accident. But life behind bars doesn't make it easy for him to hold on to his own integrity and morals. Faced with the decision to be a victim or a warrior, he has to pay a high price for acceptance. Will he break free?
Just finished reading The Human Animal. I'll send it over with some of my favorites. A warrior's deadliest weapon is his mind.
Number 6. Felon, 2008.
Wait a second, please. I didn't. It was an accident, officer.
We're going to have to place you under arrest for murder.
Felon is a 2008 American jail film written and directed by Rick Roman Waugh. The movie stars Val Kilmer, Stephen Dorff, and Harold Perrineau. The film tells the story of Wade Porter, who kills an intruder and is sentenced to 3 years in prison for manslaughter. But it gets even worse when he is sentenced to another murder committed in prison. The story is predicated on events that happened in the 1990s in the infamous California prison, Corcoran. The movie has stunning stunts and fighting scenes that can be stylistically classified as mixed martial arts.
No. You did what you had to do. Protect your family. That's the only thing that matters.
Number 5. Papillon, 1973.
You'll be back, Papillon. Don't worry. You'll be back.
Obsessed with freeing himself, a man befriends a fellow criminal after they serve their sentence in the famous Devil's Island. Papillon is a 1973 period drama prison movie directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. The script was written by Dalton Trumbo and Lorenzo Semple Jr. and was based on the 1969 life story of French convict Henri Charrière. The film stars Steve McQueen as Charrière, Papillon, and Dustin Hoffman as Luis Degas. The film's title is French for butterfly, referring to Charrière's tattoo and nickname.
If you are sinful, you have made amends by feeding half the poor in Santa Marta. If you are truly not sinful, you have nothing to fear. God will watch over you.
Number 4. Blood In, Blood Out, 1990.
You're telling me you're working hard, going straight. The next thing I know, you're pointing a .357 at me and there's 2 guys dead on the ground?
Taylor Hackford directed this pressing melodrama, highlighting the realities of street crime, gangs, and jail life among the Chicanos of East Los Angeles. Based on the true-life experiences of poet Jimmy Santiago Baca, the film focuses on stepbrothers Paco and Cruz and their biracial cousin Miklo. The story shows us how a violent crime and the influence of narcotics alter their lives. They start out as members of a street gang in East Los Angeles, and as dramatic incidents unfold, their lives and friendships are forever changed.
You don't want to hear the truth, Paco.
What truth? This? La Onda, is this your truth? 2 Viet punks like Papa Saavedra with their PCP labs, or you robbing Zodis and killing innocent people?
Number 3. American History X, 1998.
Danny's not my responsibility, you know? What do you expect me to do with that? It doesn't help me. Am I supposed to feel guilty?
I didn't want you to do anything.
American History X is a 1998 American crime drama film directed by Tony Kaye. It stars Edward Norton and Edward Furlong in leading roles and tells the story of 2 neo-Nazi brothers. Using black and white cinematography to portray flashbacks, the audience watches as Derek Vineyard, who spent 3 years in prison for manslaughter of 2 black people, changes in prison and realizes that his racism was wrong, but now has to keep his little brother from repeating the same mistakes that ruined his life.
I didn't get no answers because I was asking the wrong questions. You have to ask the right question.
Like what?
Has anything you've done made your life better?
Number 2. The Green Mile, 1999.
You didn't ask. Well, I guess that's not a mistake. You'll be needing to make again anytime soon, is it?
For many years, circumspect Chief Supervisor Paul Edgecombe, played by Tom Hanks, leads the infamous Block E, also known as Death Row. One day, a tall, muscular black man is handed over to him as a new prisoner. John Coffey, played by Michael Clark Duncan, is accused of child murder and rape, but he has a mysterious gift, and Edgecombe for the first time doubts his job. The Green Mile is a 1999 American fantasy crime drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont and is based by a novel of Stephen King.
What's your name?
John Coffey, ma'am.
Like the drink? Only no. Not spelled the same.
No, ma'am.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
Dead.
Frank.
Dead. 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 Dead.
Shut the fuck up, Frank.
Dead.
All names that you submit will be carefully checked by the FBI. What names do you have in mind?
I can't think of any offhand.
Bueno, y aparte de por tocar los cojones, ¿por qué más estás aquí?
Homicidio en primer grado.
¿Y cuánto te ha caído?
19.
Ya, pero seguro que eres inocente.
No. Lo maté y volvería a hacerlo.
Number 1. The Shawshank Redemption, 1994.
I didn't, since you ask.
You gonna fit right in. Everybody in is innocent. Didn't you know that?
The Shawshank Redemption is a 1994 American drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont and is based on the 1982 Stephen King novella Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. The movie is the highest-rated film on IMDb and follows the story of a banker who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for the murders of his partner and her lover despite his claims of innocence. Starring Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and Bob Gunton. The movie is definitely a must-watch.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
A what?
A rock hammer.
What is it and why?
What do you care?
Well, if it was a toothbrush, I wouldn't ask questions. I just quote a price. But then a toothbrush is a non-lethal object, isn't it?
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments below. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to Community TV.